Hey friends, this is Colin. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm on one of my favorite roads that I live by, and this is actually kind of bittersweet because this is one of the last times I will be riding this, and I get to say hi to the horses and the Amish that I just passed. It's a road that I've traveled many times, and actually, if you've watched this channel, you'll see it on multiple videos. I love riding. It's just a very pleasant ride. But if you don't know this, I'm moving very shortly. I'm talking the next week or two, and I'm going to be out of Maryland and I'm moving to Tennessee. So with all these things that come up with a move, one of the things I'm going to talk about today, and the topic of this video, let me pass these guys. Damn, they're out in force today. Is moving, and moving your motorcycle specifically. And I have two bikes. And I'm going to kind of go over some different options that I've been looking at or I've been researching on how to get my Street Glide Special, my Pan America, down to the Pigeon Forge, Tennessee area. And after doing some research, I kind of realized that I'm limited on a couple options. Unless I really wanted to drop some coin, I could do these things. Now most people would come out and say right away, hey, just trailer it, right? I don't actually have a trailer. I've never really needed one, honestly. I have a truck, and I don't really tow a lot of different things. I don't have a boat or anything. My neighbor has one, so if I ever need to do something trailer, I can just always borrow his or just use his truck. With that, I don't even have a hitch. I don't have a mount. I don't have anything. Second option would be to, probably the cheapest one is just go to like U-Haul or something and rent one of their motorcycle trailers. And I'm not sure if they hold two. I think that's just one, but maybe you can get one for two. But, I can't do that because I don't have the whole entire hitch kit, which would cost about $250 to get. So is it really worth it doing all that and dropping all that coin just to be able to get the trailer? And I think the trailer cost on those couldn't be, I don't know, I think it's like $200, depending on the distance. And then, I live about 500 miles away from where I'm actually going. So I think if it's a short distance, it's a lot cheaper. But once you get more of the long distance, and you pay more if it's a one-way trip. So if you're, some people will buy a round trip, trailer their bikes out someplace, ride around, and trailer it back. Well, for me, it'd be a one-way, so it does cost more doing that. But I think at the end of the day, I think it would end up being like, with the trailer and the hitch and all that stuff and the U-Haul, I think it would cost me around, $400, $500 with everything. And then there's the option of, could you get one of the services? Now, they have a lot of different motorcycle services that will actually transport your motorcycle. There's a bunch of different companies out there I've been researching. I know a couple people on my last video when I was talking about where I was moving to even brought up a couple companies that, hey, check this one out. They've done great for me. Cost-wise, it's a little expensive. I think it's 50 cents a mile, and then you pay insurance for that as well. So I think its insurance was 50 or 60 cents per pound of your bike. So it ended up would cost anywhere from $500 to $700. So from a cost standpoint, that was probably the most expensive, obviously, unless I bought a trailer, which I'm not going to do, compared to the U-Haul. Or there's the option that I'm actually just thinking of, and that's just riding the bikes down myself. While it's almost a 500-mile ride, it's probably going to work out the best for me, even though logistically it would be much easier if I took them both at the same time. But like my wife and I are actually going out, and I know this video will be dated if you watch it later, but still we're going out and we're going to be finding a place to stay out there and move to. We got a couple places already in mind, but I'm going to take my bike out there, ride all the way down to Tennessee, and she's going to follow behind me. And then I'm going to come back, leave the bike out there with a friend out there, come back after we find a place. Then I'm going to get my truck and then go all the way down. Now, that option, instead of doing another trip and riding my bike down and having her follow me, they have an option with our moving company that we're going to be moving with that they can pack up the Pan Am as the last thing that goes on the actual moving van. They're going to pack our whole entire house. And I said, okay, whatever you do, if you guys are going to do this, you're going to make it the last thing you put on. And they've done it before, so they're telling me we do this all the time. They strap it down. They've got places in the moving van where you could do that. And so that's the option. It doesn't cost anything extra. Now, if I did 2 bikes, it would. I think if I did 2 bikes, it cost another like $300, $400 to transport 2. But the moving company I'm going with, they're actually, it's part of the deal just to do 1. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But I wanted to share some different options out there. You know, a lot of people aren't like planning on moving or anything, but if you do, there's definitely a couple things that you could do, you know, and so I wanted to share them with you today. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know kind of what you guys have used if you've had that experience. I know a couple of my good friends have moved multiple times with motorcycles, and I don't think they've moved as far as I'm moving. I think that's been more like a couple 100 miles, so it might be easier just to get on the bike and ride it yourself. But when you get these long distances, man, I tell you what, having those options, especially, I mean, I was really looking at the ones that do it for you. You know, it's actually enclosed and they do it all that. But at the end of the day, I'd rather just ride, you know, so I'll have a nice little 500-mile ride down to Tennessee. Of course, it's all going to be highway, which sucks. Where I live, I go right down 81, right through Virginia, and then headed to Tennessee into the Knoxville area. So, again, let me know what you guys have done. Now get out there and ride. And hopefully this isn't the last time I'm riding on this road. Hopefully this isn't the last video from Maryland. But if it is, you'll see me again, and I'll be on the roads in Tennessee. Now get out there and ride. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.